Hey guys, this is Sandra of the Alexandrite system. Weird year, huh? As the year ends today, I thought it would be nice to do another year in review video. I thought last year was really nice to do that sort of introspection and think about the ways in which we have changed over the year. And while 2019 was definitely a year of change, it had nothing on 2020. So I figured it was once again time to put on what is simultaneously the worst and most comfortable shirt that I own and get a nice hot cup of beverage and talk about our year. So 2020 started out pretty much the same for us. We were still at our dead-end job. We were longing to escape from it. It was taking a pretty severe toll on our mental health. The system overall was doing a lot better than it was, that time last year. But overall, the theme of the first couple of months of 2020 was stagnation. But then, I don't know if you heard about this, but a pandemic happened, and all of a sudden, our life just changed. And I know that everyone's life changed, but ours changed pretty dramatically. We worked at a job that, once the pandemic hit, couldn't exist anymore during the pandemic. And we got laid off almost immediately. But the thing is that on a resume, it looks really good when the reason that you left your last job was completely out of your or anyone else's control. So it ended up being the thing that we exactly needed for that. And once we stapled out from the freak out around that and the health insurance and the money and stuff, our mental health skyrocketed. And then once the unemployment money started rolling in and that little bonus money that came with it for some people, including us, we were suddenly making double what we were at our last job. And so us and the Soxes started looking into what it would take to buy a house. And we started saving money. And once we got a new job, it may only be part-time right now, but once we go full-time, we'll be able to buy a house and have a place of permanent safety and security and a place where we can just be openly multiple all the time. It's really amazing, and I can't believe that we're here. But that's enough about finances and things. Let's talk about how we all have personally changed in this system. Last year, I talked about Claudia and Susan, I believe, and about how much they had changed in the last year. And honestly, nothing but good things from this year. Claudia has stayed pretty level-headed. She's been addressing some significant trauma, and she's been doing really well with that. She's also really practiced being vulnerable and letting herself be open about how she is feeling about things in a positive way. Susan has also been doing great work with trauma, and most excitingly, she turned 13 after 14 years. She's finally a teenager. And I'm so happy and proud of her. Every day, she makes me so proud to be her mother. Audrey also started working through a lot of things, and she started letting herself cut loose a little bit. She said that once everyone was a lot more stable, she was able to let herself fall to pieces. And falling to pieces was probably the best thing that she ever did. She's still our system mom, but we're letting her be, and she's letting herself be, so much more than that. Glow also severely stabilized this year. She really took a lot of accountability for herself and her actions, and she also started holding me more accountable for my actions towards her. And I'm very proud of her for that. Our therapist was saying to someone else in our system that every time Glow has a session, the next session she's come back and done so much work between and has a lot more new things to talk about and a lot more new discoveries to discuss. I myself underwent a lot of changes this year, most notably that I stepped down from solely running this channel, and I stepped down from solely running this system. Now Camilla and I co-produce this channel, and me, Claudia, Camilla, and Susan are all co-hosts. And I'm so glad that I stepped back. And I'm so glad that the others made me step back. I'm so glad that the others let me step back. Because it's one thing to tell someone you need to let go of control, and another thing to actually help them. And they did a really significant job of helping me. We also met several new people this year. Leona, Cloudy, Damien, Goose, a whole bunch of other unnamed kids. We've not had full contact with all of them, but we have become more aware of more people in the system. Out of that group, Cloudy especially has taken a lovely little spot in the system. They've done a lot of art. They've done a bit of therapy. They've made some friends outside of the system. Shout out to some of the members of Emengard and the Ring system. And I'm very proud of them, because it's definitely not easy to wake up after like 18 years and just kind of get back into things at all, let alone get back into things so quickly. And I'm sure that a lot of things are still scary and confusing to them, but they're navigating it really well, and I'm proud of them. But honestly, the person I'm most proud of in the system this year, and it's not a contest, but the person that I'm really, really proud of is Camilla. Camilla has basically become a new person over this year. She's made a couple of videos on this, but when we lost our jobs, she became pretty directionless and unsure of who she even was. And she took some time out of the front for the first time since she existed, and she let herself explore hobbies and explore who she is. She picked a birthday. Lately, she's gotten really into chess, our system's own Beth Harmon. She's really let loose and let herself feel things and be the best person that she can be, and be the person that she sincerely wants to be. And if you're a chess player in Connecticut, you gotta watch out. She's coming for a state title one of these days. We've also gotten to do really, really cool things with this channel over the last year. I mean, just for starters, we started 2020 with like 150 subscribers, and we're currently at 1,600, which is amazing. I say this all the time, but I never thought that we would get this far. I figured, we would be doing this for maybe 20 people a video, and if we could affect one person, that was all I needed. And so many of you have told us how much we have helped you and how much we have touched your lives, and that's... I don't have words for that. I mean, we got to talk to so many cool systems this year. I mean, Jade Miller, Strongholds, Kieran Searson Leon, Faces of One, Left at London. Could you believe that we got Left at London? Claudia started streaming games, and she's been having a lot of fun with that. I'm really happy that she gets to share something that she really loves with people. And we've made a lot of videos that we feel are very important. And you guys have reacted so positively to them. And as I said, you've let us know that we've made an impact in some way. And for every one comment that's negative, we have 100 more that are positive. I'm constantly rendered speechless by you guys and by how much you support us and how much I guess we mean to you. So I'm not afraid to say it. 2020 was the best year I have had in a long time. And I know it wasn't a great year for everyone, and I know that it was a horrible year for a lot of people. But if somebody had to come out on top in 2020, I'm so glad it's us, because a bitch needed a break. So, goodbye to 2020, hello to 2021, and hello to everything that comes with it. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, and I hope that you all have a wonderful new year. I'll see you next time. There's not actually anything in this anymore. I drank the rest of it.